Are you ready?
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
All right, let's do it. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. Hope you had a great Easter weekend. Trump with a strong message to Iran.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Strong.
I was like, I'm not sure if this was real or not.
Dude, David, the same thing. Somebody sent it to me and said, have you seen this?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it going, that's not true. He didn't say that. I thought the exact same thing.
So he sent a message to Iran, and it read in part on Truth Social, "Open the bleeping straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah." What?
You're just poking him right in the eye.
My gosh, man.
Dude, I see that, and then I'm looking at different clips of reaction, and MS Now, MS Scott, whatever you want to call it, there is a full-on meltdown that's happening, a big hissy fit. Starting with, is it Ankush Cordori, something from Politico?
Sure.
Whoever that guy is.
Go with it.
He can't believe it.
It's really very difficult for me to process this moment. I mean, this is a very unprecedented statement. We have the President of the United States basically declaring his intent to commit war crimes, right? You've accurately described the law. You're not supposed to be targeting civilian infrastructure.
By the way, they're going to be talking about war crimes with this, I'm sure all week long. It's not.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Even in countries that you're nominally at war with. And this is just a further escalation of the Trump administration's sort of lack of interest in domestic and international law, right? It started with the boat strikes off the in the international waters off the central, right? Then we got
the drug boats. People loved it.
Yes.
I don't know if you ever saw the polling there, and Kush, but it's pretty overwhelming in favor. Yes.
Deposing of the Venezuelan president. We had the war in Iran, and now this, which is disgraceful.
It is?
Absolutely disgraceful, coming from our U.S. president. And the language is disgraceful. The claims are disgraceful. This is...
He said the F word.
Oh, no.
They've been saying it forever.
These crazy liberals are offended by the F word.
I mean, this is historically terrible communication. This is the sort of thing, I hate to say it, that you would expect to be introduced in a war crimes tribunal in the future.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Okay.
Take a seat. Be quiet. Hush, hush over there.
Well, now we know why MS Now stocks tampons in the men's restroom.
Yes. Because, dude, I mean, the whole meltdown, it went on and on. And on Easter Sunday,
Yeah.
that was part of it. Jonathan Capehart, was up in arms, going on and on.
Yeah, now they're worried about offending Christians.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, no, it was a different take than that. I don't know. Do you want to get into that now? With the whole Easter thing?
Is this
Sure.
Capehart, you said?
Man, I've got like 5 clips. It was all in the same segment.
Oh.
So, I mean, yeah, I can definitely do it. Let's see, where's it? Yeah, more hissy, Capehart. Yeah, this is the part that's on Easter. Go.
We should point out, this is coming out on Easter Sunday.
From the leader of the party of family, the leader of the party of Christian values, like, that matters. And I think, like, the fact that we are not going to see not just the Republicans that are in there, but folks around the country who say that who say all of these things about queer people and how gay people getting married that are gay are ruining the country and they don't care about God and Jesus on Easter Sunday. This is what your president.
I don't think it's an accident. What is this praise?
By the way, these guys don't hang out with Christian people. They don't understand Christian people.
Yeah, I know.
I'm convinced of that.
I don't understand that take at all. That's just floundering right there.
It's just like, we don't like Christians and they vote for him, and that's kind of what that is.
Primal scream into the void.
Yeah. These Christians, they voted for a guy that uses the F word. And then this praise be to Allah. What is that?
He knew exactly who was going to freak out and who wasn't going to when he did that.
Hey, man, it could be a wholesome thing, like, devout Catholic Joe Biden recognizing Trans Day of Visibility on Easter
On
Sunday.
Easter?
Yeah.
Yes. Hilarious. It goes on.
And what is this praise be to Allah line?
Exactly.
This is not. He doesn't care about Allah. He's obviously poking at them. And the increasing rhetoric around this war being some sort of divine proposition for the American people is offensive, unconstitutional. It was sort of at odds with our constitutional core.
Sounds like it's also made up in your head.
Yeah. What?
I don't know.
Where's the religious war thing?
Don't know. Not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to offend the sensibilities of Iran. No.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to do that. We want to try to placate because that's worked so well.
Here's the rest of that
and
thing.
it's very dangerous, as we're seeing from this tweet. It just risks incredibly serious escalation and even more harm to civilians in Iran, which is something we rarely talk about. The U.S. government does not seem to care about, but most normal people do.
When they were killing their own people for protesting, were you on this?
They don't care about it. They don't care about their own people. They don't care.
No.
They don't care. Dopey. Gosh. What's wrong with you, man? Ever been around for a while? Do you see how things go?
No.
Gee whiz.
Yeah, I've got more of that hissy fit later to get to.
I mean, I was stunned when I read it. I was like, holy smoke.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Maybe you heard this over the weekend. For nearly 48 hours, an American colonel evaded capture by scaling a tall ridge and hiding inside a mountain crevice.
Dude.
These people are superheroes.
As Iranian forces, who were promised a reported bounty, worked to close in on his position. Holy smokes. A downed U.S. weapons systems officer. Man, oh, man.
Well,
and he was rescued.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was an incredible rescue operation over the course of 2 days. Our military got deep into Iranian territory, built a little base, built a runway, got the guy, blew up our gear, and got out. It's incredible, man.
It is incredible.
You watch it in a movie, and you think it probably wouldn't happen like this in real life. They couldn't pull this off. And it seems like they just did.
Yes, they did.
It's reality is a video game now.
Man, oh, man.
Like all the people saying, oh, well, so what? We're just going to spend all that time and that gear to get one guy? And it's like, yeah, it's the U.S. military. That's kind of what they do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I thought it was interesting. It
the
was
guys
on
more valuable.
Yes. Face the Nation. It was Easter, so I guess they went with the B team. And you know who was hosting?
I miffed around here about
Our
how
favorite.
information's been shared with the press corps.
Mr. Miffed himself, Ed O'Keefe.
Sorry, I missed that.
Yes. And he had the former CENTCOM commander, General Frank McKenzie, on and asked him about it.
So it took just under 48 hours to find the missing weapons systems officer after the jet they were in went down in a remote and mountainous area of southwestern Iran. The weapons officer was hiding in a mountainous crevice, we're told by a senior administration official. What's your assessment of how the search and rescue operation went?
I think I'd draw two lessons from it, Ed. First of all, the excellence of the joint force, our ability to rapidly pivot to look for a downed air crewman. We train for this endlessly. It's a part of every time we send air crew over enemy territory. We have detailed, elaborate plans to go get them. It's a very basic part of who we are as American fighting men and women. So that plan swung into action. I think it was executed pretty effectively. As always, you've got somebody on the ground, maybe injured. They got to get to a position where they can hide until you can get to them. All that seemed to work out very well. And you know, we did in fact lose a couple of aircraft in that mission. But I would just tell you, it takes a year to build an aircraft. It takes 200 years to build a military tradition where you don't leave anybody behind.
I love that line.
Yes.
Yeah. People can call that cheesy. You can call it whatever you want. I thought that was great the way he said that.
You take the aircraft trade any day in a situation like this. The other lesson, I think, is a hard lesson for Iran. First of all, they were not able to find the missing air crewman.
That's interesting.
Second, you know, they put out a broad appeal to their people to turn them in, reward, asking for all kinds of leads. That does not appear to have been successful. And that would, I think that's maybe a sign of disaffection, don't know. But you can't be happy with that if you're a senior leader in Tehran this morning.
No doubt. nobody could find him.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did find him, but they did.
Our guys found him.
Yeah, I know.
I'm saying no one found him.
It's amazing to me.
Yes.
It's still stunning. I mean, two things were going on this weekend that were absolutely mind-melting, and that was that one and the Artemis thing. It's just mind-melting.
What was it, the Artemis thing that had you like...
Dark side of the moon stuff, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, and we're in the United States of America. Thank God.
What are you saying?
The stuff we can pull off and do?
Yeah.
Holy cow, man. What
It
a
is.
country.
It is really remarkable.
Over in France, they're hiding under their desks right now, and, other parts of the... I mean, just this country it's just amazing. I've feeling very patriotic today.
How you feeling about NATO today?
No.
Think it's like coming to a close as far as our relationship with NATO?
Sure sounds like it, doesn't it?
It does. Mm-hmm. We'll get into that a little bit more later. Can't forget, it's Monday. That means Mashup Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, this
Give it
is
to us.
something that Scott actually sent me over the weekend. It's Chicago with Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
You know what? I've heard this. I thought I heard this somewhere before, but I don't. There's been so many good mashups.
Yeah.
You're like, have I heard this before? I wasn't quite sure. But the way it works together, this is truly, really.
When I first met you, didn't realize I can't forget you or your surprise. You introduced me to my mind and let me watching you and your kind sitting cross-legged on the floor. 25 or 6 to 4.
It does work.
It works.
And again, the intent, put a smile on your face. I think that's worked. At least for Robbins, it's worked.
That was good.
All right, the 5 stories we're watching today, much more straight ahead.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-970-3355. That's 800-970-3355. 800-970-3355.
Spring has officially sprung, and sure, you might be thinking about cleaning out the garage or finally tackling that closet, but what about cleaning out your body? After months of heavy food, too many sweets, and maybe a few extra adult beverages, your body could use a reset. And the best place to start? Your liver. That's your body's built-in detox system.
Try out Active Liver from New Nordic. It comes in an easy-to-take tablet or peach mango gummies, and it's not some mystery formula. It's made with natural ingredients like globe artichoke, turmeric, and milk thistle. This stuff helps support your liver so you can feel better day to day. It's an easy daily detox to help out your liver, and you know what? You will notice the difference.
More energy, better digestion, less of that bloated feeling. You can find Active Liver online at Amazon. Just make sure you're getting the real thing from New Nordic and not some knockoff. Or you can grab it at CVS or Wegmans. Do your body a favor this spring. Give your liver a little attention with Active Liver from New Nordic.
Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Thank you very much for being here. Do appreciate it. I'm Jamie Markley. That's David Van Camp. There's Scott Robbins. And now, the 5 stories we're watching today.
1, 2,
All right, number 5, the Artemis crew is going to pass behind the moon this evening and will be out of radio contact for about 40 minutes.
Oh, gosh. That's scary.
4 human beings floating in a tin can.
Yes.
It's going to be all right, Scott.
It scares me.
It's just like another.
I know. I'm like
in the long list of worries.
Right. It's like I'm up there with them. And just all of a sudden everything gets dark, and you're just on the other side of the moon. You can't talk to anybody.
Yeah. Did you ever see that movie with Clooney? Yeah, he just floats out. He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, that's what you're afraid is going to happen.
Oh, yeah,
something like that.
Or the craft will just start floating away.
The craft or the crap?
The craft.
Because they got a problem with that.
Well,
too.
if that floats away, then that's
yeah.
It's
going to be okay.
Probably in that sort of environment, that craft could be used for something in a dimension we don't know about, like building homes or something. I don't know.
Number 4, Dr. Oz reports the federal government has shut down more than 200 fake hospice operations in Los Angeles alone. That's in Los Angeles.
Nuts.
Yeah, it is.
Nuts.
Number 3, the second soldier in the plane that crashed in Iran last week has been rescued. The military built a base and airstrip in a couple days, got him out, then blew up a couple things they had to leave behind.
Yeah.
And, well, that's the cost of doing business, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Incredible.
You can replace a plane. You can't replace a person.
That's true.
Number 2, Iran rejected a U.S. ceasefire proposal emphasizing a permanent end to the war. They want a safe passage agreement in the Strait of Hormuz, the lifting of sanctions, and reparations for reconstruction, and that's going to be a non-starter. And then number 1, President Trump, well, he made some news over the weekend, posting on Truth Social. Open the bleeping straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah. All right.
What all that was about.
I'll be the first one this week to say there'll never be another one like him.
No.
There won't.
No. And he's making them nuts, too. The far lefties are out of their minds right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll get to the clip later. That was one of the things that Capehart dude said on MSCR. Well, he might want to make the media angry, but he's done it.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Man, I saw this. It's not one of the big stories, and I know I could have saved this for What's Your Story, but I just wanted to bring this up. It's inspiring. This lady in Ohio who's 90 years old just broke a Guinness World Record by holding a dead hang position for nearly 3 minutes. Again, at the age of 90.
Wow.
That's something.
This dead hang might be permanent when you're 90.
I was going to say, doesn't it? That's kind of like whistling past the graveyard, right?
I think so, too. Yeah.
Her name is Ann Esselstein. Did it for 2 minutes and 52 seconds. Oh. Taking the record from Annie Judas, who was 81.
Wow, man.
Last time that it happened. But I loved her quote. She said, "It was new for me to be going for a record and to be celebrated in this way since I've spent my life cheering for our 4 children and 10 grandchildren in their varied athletic events and achievements. I never, ever in 90 years imagined that I would be fortunate enough to have the focus, training, support, and desire to actually get a Guinness World Record title, especially at the age of 90. It's inspiring.
Well, it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever I see different stories about that, I'm like, okay. Because, everyone starts to deteriorate as you get older. You can't do the things that you used to do in the same sort of way.
Yep.
And there was a guy I knew that played competitive softball and even basketball well into his 50s, even 60s, close to like 70. And he always said to me, you just got to keep playing. That's you just can't stop. You just got to keep playing, which is completely opposite of what Scott Robbins always says to me, which is the Moneyball line. We're all told we could no longer play the children's games.
Yeah, we're all told. Whether we're 18, 19, or 59. Yeah, we're all told.
But you tell me that every year, whenever I get any sort of slight injury.
Right, because you come
this
in
is
going,
the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins show.
Oh, my back. I was shooting hoop. Oh, my back. And I'm like, well, you got to stop doing. What are you doing that for?
Is that the way I sound?
You can't.
Oh, my back. Is that the way I sound?
No, I mean, I'm I'm probably extravagantly
I had ice packs
bringing
on
it
my
to
quads
yeah, right.
all night. Yeah.
Right. But it is like you come shuffling in here and you start complaining right away. And I'm like, well,
it's in my head. I got the old coach that said you just got to keep
you
playing.
gotta keep playing. I understand that.
I have
yeah.
Jocko in my head saying, you want to be weak.
Right. Yes. Yes.
All that sort of stuff. Yeah. Keep going for it. All right, David, biggest story today?
Biggest story of the day, I guess the negotiations between the U.S. and Iran are ongoing, although it doesn't seem like anybody's willing to budge, so things will continue to go boom.
All right. California high-speed rail. Man, is this funny. You got to hear that story, and What's Your Story is coming right up. All right. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. I was cracking up. Jake Tapper reading the Trump statement about Iran.
Yeah.
Man, they were just saying it right on live TV, the old F word. We have to beep it out here.
They did?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
He has just threatened Iran in extraordinary graphic terms, giving the Iranian regime just over a day to either make a deal, reopen the Strait of Hormuz, or face hell. If your children are watching, be warned, the president did not use polite language. Quote, Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the strait, you crazy or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. We should note that destroying civilian power infrastructure is generally considered to constitute a war crime under international law, though the president could argue that the infrastructure has dual use and also is utilized by Iran's military.
He didn't even do the praise be to Allah line.
That's the exclamation point. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I know.
I'm not sure I understood that one, other than just the poke, I guess.
Yeah, that was the way I took it.
Because the first time when I read it was, what? Then I read it again. I was like, oh, okay. Now I know what he's doing.
Yes, very Trumpian. And it is interesting that I've heard different news outlets call this an escalation. I suppose you can make that argument. Like, an escalation? He's already bombed them to Kingdom Come. I mean, he's taken out like 2 whole waves of leadership there. Right. I mean, he's killed them.
There's a lot of dead people. I mean,
who's going to escalate this? It doesn't get much more escalated than dead.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know about escalation. It's just targeted mayhem is what it is.
Yeah, I've heard the escalation thing too, and it's like, wait, so everything was cool until he dropped an F-bomb on social media. All right.
Exactly, yeah, it's kind of weird.
The actual bombs, nah, not a big deal.
You know, you think about leaders in our past that have gone through something similar, and you try to say, if they would have said something like that back in like World War II, or we're going to bomb the effing out of you, you know, or whatever, and it would have gone public. Can you imagine that?
Oh, yeah.
And you can't even imagine because, you know,
well, yeah,
Harry Truman, hey, listen, I'm telling you.
It used to be like the toughest you would hear is something like, do not test our resolve.
Yeah.
Now
my favorite was, don't.
Oh, yeah, with Biden.
Yeah.
What would you say? Don't.
That's tough talk there, you know.
What's more effective? Is it that or?
I would bomb the shit out of them.
Right.
Well,
he called that years ago.
He did. All right, Dr. Oz.
Yes.
He's been on this case, David.
Yes. He is leading the charge to crack down on hospice fraud in California, where fake providers exploit federal health care benefits, and the numbers, I mean, it really is just staggering. He talked about it during an interview with Brett Baer.
Okay.
In the prior 4 years, the governor of California had shut down 4 hospices. We shut down 7 in one night. And I'll get news for you today, Brett. Let's announce, make it clear to everybody, we've shut down already, just in the last 10 weeks, 221 hospices in California.
So wait, in the state of California, 220?
Yeah, in Los Angeles, not even the state, in Los Angeles. So we're able to dramatically accelerate a process that had been meandering along in California. And we believe that there are 1,800 hospices in California. That's, by the way, about 1/3 of the entire nation's hospice load is just in Los Angeles. We're going to be able to shut down, we hope, appropriately half of them.
Man, oh,
These things were like Dollar Generals.
Pretty much. Over
Every
here, like
6 blocks, they had one set up.
I'm gonna have to like do some sort of identity protection thing because I'm pretty sure I'm running a hospice in L.A.
Yes. Yes.
It's that easy to rip it off.
It's incredible. In the county.
Yes.
God. We shut down 4. We were serious about it.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Man, oh, man. I can't believe he's got a shot at this. Newsom. With everything going on.
I can't either.
I know he's going to run. Mm-hmm. And some people, you know, they like his odds just because of optics. But, I mean, a national campaign. What we know from Kamala, that the media can turn on a dime. They can do a 180 on somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had talked about how she was a terrible vice president, how Biden was even thinking about replacing her, all this stuff. And as soon as she was the nominee, it was, oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
She is the glass ceiling breaker. She's got this storied career. She's the best person for this job, blah, blah, blah. Sure, they can do that. But there's just too much with this guy, too many failures.
Oh, yeah.
Well, his track record is, I mean, he's got a paper trail much longer than hers.
That is true.
I mean, holy smokes, man.
Yeah. Now, as far as the high-speed rail, David.
Another one.
Yeah. Well, I thought this was kind of interesting to see 60 Minutes actually do this. But we've talked about it, the high-speed rail that's supposed to connect San Francisco and Los Angeles and California. Been in the works for almost 20 years, and there's no track being laid down. They think they're going to get a third of it laid down by maybe 2033, and they're way over budget. This thing was supposed to be operational in 2020, by the way.
Right.
And but so 60 Minutes talked to a couple of people working on the project, and boy, there's a lot of just, we hope it'll work.
Okay, roll it.
As we speak right now, are the funds there to complete L.A. to San Francisco?
The entire amount of money we need, not there today. But do we believe we can get those funds to get the project done? Absolutely.
How much do you estimate it's going to cost to connect high-speed rail San Francisco to L.A.?
Today, we estimate with the right optimization, just over $125 billion. I think $126 billion is the current estimate for that.
Whoa.
That's more funding than Amtrak has received in its history and still leaves a shortfall of roughly $90 billion.
That's a big gap to fill.
It is a big gap to fill, but again, we have an understanding of how to get there and to fill that gap.
Gosh. We got the right vibes.
What?
Unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable.
Well, I have the knowledge of what I need to do to open my own personal golf course, and I don't have the funds, but I know the map to get there.
Right.
Well, how are you going to get the money?
Yeah. Well, worry about that later.
Well, of course, you know how much money it's going to take. My question is, and I don't know if they asked this, the money you've had so far, what happened to it?
Well, a lot of it winds up going into lawsuits, whether it's from landowners who don't want to give up their land, don't want the train going near their land, or environmental groups who are looking out for some endangered desert rose or something like that. They don't want the track to go down. And then there's just the regular regulatory hurdles in California. It is so hard to build in that state.
You know, if you were doing this on your own, you were spending that kind of money, you'd have done this study long before you did anything.
Right.
To make sure the desert rose, is it going to be a problem? Or if you're going to get people that don't want to sell their land. I mean, this all should have been done long before this other stuff happened.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah.
Is there something to this desert rose that you speak of, both of you guys? I'm just curious.
I don't know.
What do we... David hates this song. I know he does.
Yes. Mediocre Sting song, Stop Development.
Because of the desert rose,
yes.
It all got shut down.
Yeah, that was
wow.
Van Camp pulled that one out. I just went with it.
Wow. It's that time to move on. We got other stuff to get to. Stories we see. Like, okay, it's not the biggest story out there, but I want to bring it into the show. It's what we call What's Your Story, and what's yours, David?
Well, it's related to one of the biggest stories going on right now. The crew flying to the moon. They're going to be circling the dark side of the moon, just in a few hours. They're going to be out of radio contact for 40 minutes. Woo, buddy.
Yeah.
Well,
oh, God, that's frightening.
Well, they had another toilet malfunction. It got fixed, luckily, but something jammed up again, and it's like, hey, don't have Taco Bell before you're going into space, okay?
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of Chipotle jokes, too.
Well, this is Mission Control sharing the good news that the toilet was available again.
Okay.
And Integrity Houston, breaking news. We have results on the discussions down here for the tank venting, and at this time, you are go for all types of uses of the toilet.
And the crew rejoices. Thank you.
Yeah, they got the NASA space snake. Snake that thing out. Yep.
That's what you got to do.
Yep.
Moon Drano, yeah.
Right.
All right, Scott, what do you got for what's your story?
I don't know. I was watching some baseball yesterday, this kickback, watching a little baseball.
That's what you do.
I was watching the Cleveland Indians take on the Chicago Cubs. And during the game, there was about a 100-mile-per-hour fastball that hit the catcher, Bo Naylor, of the Cleveland Guardians, right square in the family jewels. Now, this is always fun when you watch it, not once you know the guy's okay, because it grimaced hard.
Yeah.
But it's always wild to hear the play-by-play guys try to describe what it was they just saw. And this was Jim Deshaies yesterday.
Okay.
He's watching it. Boom.
Aye. I'm right in the Easter basket.
Right in the Easter basket.
Oh, man, that's pretty good. I'll give it to him.
Naylor, by the way, after he rolled around for a while, he stayed in the game, and he seemed to be okay. But
wasn't it Yadier Molina who he had to get taken out of the game?
Oh yeah, it happened.
Because it bounced up into
under the cup.
Easter basket.
Yeah.
Right.
Because a lot of people are like, well, he's wearing a cup. Well, there's still angles.
Yeah. Well, and what was the horrifying phrase that came out when because he had to go to the hospital, and it was
oh yeah, dude, what was that?
Scrotal hematoma.
Yeah. Oh golly. Just hearing it gives you that pain in your gut like you just got punched.
Yes.
I saw that band open for Slayer. It was awesome.
Special guest scrotal hematoma.
I'm going to switch up my story. I'm going to do a different story.
Okay.
And this story is just to remind you, Scott, that Major League Baseball hates you. I know that's David's line.
Yeah, I know David's line.
But you're not alone. Major League Baseball hates plenty of its fans, especially its older fans.
Oh,
like Errol Segal.
Yes.
Errol is a season ticket holder with the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yep, has been for years.
Like over 50 years.
Yep.
And now, guess what? He was essentially told his money was good, but his flip phone wasn't. What does that mean? They won't print his tickets for him.
Oh.
He doesn't want a smartphone.
No, he doesn't want it.
Does not want it.
Nope.
He just wants his tickets printed. We don't do that anymore. It's digital only. That's our policy. Sorry, 50-year ticket holder.
Oh, it sucks. It sucks.
Dude.
I'm telling you, I hate it too, Earl. I'm with you.
Seriously, you can't make an exception for this guy.
Right.
Well,
he's
exactly.
81.
Yeah, he's been 50 years. He's been buying tickets. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, knock it off.
Man, oh, man.
Well, they got a waiting list miles long, so they don't care.
I understand, but it's just as far as PR. I guess they don't care about that
either. But no, the guy's got. My mom had one of those old flip phones forever.
Yeah.
And I finally got her a smartphone, and she jabbed at it like she was poking a bear or something with it. Trying to answer it. She jab. And I'm like, you don't jab, you just push it. What are you doing?
Yeah, some people just don't want it.
She didn't want it either, but I didn't have a choice. I mean, you can't just go in and buy flip phones anymore.
I know. I understand. But yeah, they could have made an exception.
I feel bad for that guy.
Yeah, too bad. All right, we got to get to a news update, and Nimrods in the news. Round one coming up.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-297-7049. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-297-7049. 800-297-7049. 800-297-7049.
The Markley Van Camp and Robbins Show. You know, we're past Easter now, and if you thought, all right, now's the time. I want to take off some weight, some serious weight. I've heard about the weight loss injections. It sounds appealing, but I don't like needles, and I don't like a bunch of side effects because that does keep a lot of people from wanting to go that route. If that's you, there is an alternative that you'll want to look into.
Oh, yeah. It's a thing called lean. It's an oral supplement, not a shot, but it has many of the same effects as the fat shot drugs, as our president likes to call them. And they, let me see, the supplement is designed to do all the things like appetite suppressant, helps to manage your blood sugar levels as well. So you're not as hungry anymore, and your body is burning fat by converting fat into energy, Scott.
Yeah, thank you, David.
I'm ringing myself up there. I got lost in my words.
It was like you get up in the middle of the night and your light's not on yet and you're kind of stumbling around the room. Lean is not for the casual dieter trying to drop just a few vanity pounds. Nope. Brickhouse Nutrition designed Lean for the frustrated dieter, 10 pounds or more to lose. So let's get you started right now. 20% off plus free rush shipping. Go to takelean.com. Use promo code MVCR. Add Lean to your healthy diet and exercise plan. That's MVCR at takelean.com.
News update, David Van Camp.
Part of the reason I was getting lost in my words. President Trump signing autographs at the White House Easter egg roll, signing autographs for the little kids. And this guy, he can't turn it off, man. Here he is talking to, these are little kids.
Okay.
Biden would use the auto pen. He'd have an auto pen following. Joe Biden, he didn't sign. He was incapable of signing a thing. So they'd follow him around with this big machine. You know what it was called? An auto pen. And he'd have the auto pen sign for him. He'd take the paper, hand it to his guys, they'd sign it with an auto pen, give it back. Not too big, right? Better to sign it.
These are like elementary school age kids. He's like Biden, you know, he had the auto pen.
See, we're all laughing now, and we're going to laugh again when people in left media freak out about it. How dare he with these children talk about the auto pen?
Clearly she sees Joe signing Easter eggs himself. That's a lie.
No one said that. Who said that?
You know, and these kids have no idea who Joe Biden is.
They're just looking at it
like an auto pen.
Okay.
What? It sounds cool. Can I get one? All right, we got to get to Nimrods. Here we go.
When the going gets tough,
Damn it, this is too hard.
the dumb get dumber.
All right, Ian.
It's Nimrods in the News on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrods in the news, we go to Florida. 40-year-old woman there, Melissa Dunham, was hoping to rekindle her marriage. Apparently things didn't go well. She moved back in with her husband to celebrate their son's 18th birthday. But apparently they started arguing then nonstop for days. Then one morning, Melissa walked out of the house with several bags and 2 dogs on a leash, and she said to her husband, who was in his car, "Now we both don't have bleep." Well, shortly after, the home was on fire and smoke's coming out the windows.
No.
Yet she had meth and marijuana in her purse, too, and charged with arson and a bunch of other stuff. I can't imagine why it didn't work out, and that's Nimrod.
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins.
Yep.
Well, there's a lot of talk about Iran, of course, over the weekend. And, one of the questions, how are we doing there? Because you talk to some people on the left, they think we're losing.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't know what they base that on.
Because they watch MS Now.
Yeah, but how can anybody come to that conclusion when you're, decimating them? When you talk about hundreds of strikes a day.
You don't talk about that stuff. You only cherry pick certain things to build a narrative. It's pretty much what they do.
Outrageous. They want that to be true, too, by the way.
It seems that way.
They want us to lose. Yes, they do.
Face the Nation, Mr. Myth.
He miffed around here about how information's been shared with the press corps.
Yeah, he's a real tough reporter, that guy, Ed O'Keefe. He had on the former CENTCOM commander, Frank McKenzie. And Frank said something that I don't know that people in media will like a whole lot, but
they have the ability to inflict damage. They do not have the ability to gain mass effects. And by mass effects, I mean firing many, many dozens of rockets, missiles, or drones. I think that capability has been eroded steadily since this campaign began. And frankly, at about plus 30 days into this campaign, I think if you're at Central Command, you've got to be reasonably satisfied with where you are right now. In fact, Ed, when I was the CENTCOM commander, if you had given me this situation at plus 30 days, I would have rejected it as being too optimistic by far. So we've had good effect. Our effects are going to continue. It's going to be increasingly harder for them to launch missiles and rockets. We may not get to zero for a while, and I think there's still some time ahead, but everyone realizes that. But I think we're on track here. This campaign is moving very effectively, and I believe the pace will pick up every day.
Yeah, could pick up tomorrow, that's for sure, after what Trump posted on Truth Social.
Well, yeah.
Open the bleeping straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. All caps, just watch. Praise be to Allah, he said. That was Easter morning.
Yes.
Yeah. So, as that news was breaking on PMS Now, Jonathan Capart's your host, and you've got Eugene Daniels. He's the guy with the big fro.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And then Ann Kush, I forget how you say his last name, from Politico. They're all going off on the president's statement. It's untoward, it's this, it's that. Here's Jonathan Capart, one of our favorites, by the way.
Yeah.
This right here from the President of the United States, were it anyone else, we would be talking about the 25th Amendment. People in Congress would be raising hell. And why do I get the feeling that neither one of those things is going to happen? I know this is just breaking, so you haven't even had a chance to work your sources here. But when the president does stuff like this, incendiary things like this, is there any behind-the-scenes panic from his staff that what he's doing is really undermining his presidency, but also America's standing in the world? Any kind of panic.
And safety.
Our standing in the world. Boy, they're always concerned about that, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
We want our leaders to be taken advantage of and be fools.
Yes, because we want the French to like us.
Right.
I don't care.
I don't care either.
A lot
Obama
of people,
giving them barrels of cash.
Yes. I mean, a lot of people say, I don't care what people think, but they do care what people think. Trump doesn't care what anybody else thinks.
You know, a lot of times I'll go along with that, but then there's something else that tells me he does care, though.
Yes, I think he does care quite a bit.
I don't know,
But
man. He doesn't. He doesn't appear to.
It's more like he's just mad that people don't agree with him.
So he's just going to lash out harder.
Yes,
Damn.
Yes.
But
You know, but that's his whole thing.
Yeah.
Of I would think after everything I've done, I would get some accolades from these people, but it never happens.
Yeah.
And that's I think where
Great going, Don.
Yes.
that was part of that rant. I would think they'd be saying "Great going, Don," but no, they don't. So in some sort of way, it does bug him, and that just makes him lash out more.
Then he just doubles down, though.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
All
And
right.
the funny thing to me there on the PMS now was when they were all like, he does this just to get us mad.
And it works.
Yes, it
Every
does.
single time.
And also, the president wants this. Like, the president and his team, like, want us to be, like, kerfuffled and, like, upset and mad about what he tweeted, because they think that so much of this is like a game, right? Like, can you get the media riled up about what we're saying and what we're doing?
Well, guess what? It works,
Yeah.
but for good reason. Sorry, Jackie.
It works.
He doesn't have to try
But for
that
good
hard
reason.
to send you dopes into a spin.
Yes.
He doesn't.
And it is. And there are a lot of people that just like watching it. It's like, you people don't report on stuff honestly. So then when you get your panties in a bunch, yeah, it's funny. Sorry, I can't help funny.
Everything.
That's
is
funny.
Just pearl clutching madness.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And then, well, we need to bring in some doctor person that is our, quote, expert that tells us that Trump is senile or he's losing his marbles or something. Who is around this time, David?
Vin Gupta put this out on Twitter. He said, erratic, can't finish sentences, often confused, illogical train of thought, word finding difficulties, developing and worsening gradually over time. The president is exhibiting all the signs of dementia.
I'd be a winner.
Yeah.
Not really.
Oh, he's talking about Trump.
He's talking about Trump, but here's what he said about Biden in July of 2024.
Oh, okay.
Cardiovascularly, he's in excellent shape. I'm a pulmonologist. I see this all the time in octogenarians. I think he's actually quite high functioning as an octogenarian and keeping up that schedule. And so I can tell you what I see in my own clinic and what I see clinically. I think Joe Biden is actually quite robust relative to what we see normal aging at 81.
Jackie, are you here?
Yeah.
Where's Jackie? I didn't think she was going to be here.
That's good because she's dead.
Yeah.
That's why she's not there.
Right.
Dude, that's the thing. With all the people trying to craft this narrative, Trump is senile, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, take a seat. Y'all were the best Biden ever crew.
Dude, especially that particular guy, because they'd put him on the Today Show. He was making the rounds all the time on NBC during COVID.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that guy will say whatever he's programmed to say.
Yes.
He is full of baloney. You want to go back into the Wayback Machine?
Sure.
Talking about masking toddlers?
Vin Gupta?
Oh, Vin Gupta.
Okay.
The respected doctor. Heck yeah, it's a good idea because they can't get
So these
vaccinated.
individuals 2 and up, to even say adolescents to 12 years of age, they're not yet eligible for the vaccine, and we have no way to standardize between 12 and 18. Are they not fully vaccinated? So to me, this is a conservative approach that makes sense because the majority of people, young kiddos in school, will not yet have had access to the vaccine. And we know that even though it's rarer, kids can still have very severe adverse effects from this virus.
Right. So they should be masking up.
Yes.
Which was terrible for them.
He'll say whatever gets him on TV.
Yes, and people knew it was terrible for him, and they got shouted down. You want some more?
Yeah, of course I do.
This is going to get worse.
Okay.
This might make it worse for you. Some of these people on these conservative networks that are questioning the facts, shame on them.
Oh, okay.
They're responsible for people dying.
Oh,
yeah.
I think they're recognizing that they could be potentially culpable for putting out misinformation that could kill people. At this point, saying not to get vaccinated, which some of their anchors still continue to draw questions on or inject some uncertainty about whether or not you should get vaccinated, or whether vaccinations are correlated to death, for example. Yeah. There's some very well-known anchors that continue to do that. I think they're recognizing that that's actually that they might be culpable in a court of law.
Man, the old fear tactic. That's nice.
They said this stuff, and then when it was proven to be completely 100% untrue, there was no mea culpa. They just disappeared for a while and came back.
I think Vin owes a lot of people an apology.
Well, he does.
I have another clip that was just labeled "Freedom is being distorted." I haven't heard it. Should we play it?
Sure.
Of course.
All right. Play it. Go for it.
Well, Nicole, this is the residual impact of 2020 here, where there's been the distortion of what the concept of freedom is. Freedom used to be the ability to live a long, healthy life and do what you wanted for the extent of that life. Hopefully it's 90 plus years. I hope that for everybody that's watching this and for everybody in the world.
Wait a second. When did anyone say freedom was about living a long life? It might, but you can't control a lot of different things.
No, you can't.
Someone murdered in the inner city?
That's a weird thing to say.
It is, isn't it? All right, go ahead.
But practically, what is freedom? It's the ability to say yes or no to a mask during the worst days of this pandemic, or to say yes or no to a vaccine, when, frankly, you have to show proof of tetanus, you have to show proof of meningococcal meningitis vaccine if you're a college freshman, or in other types of workplace environments. So why is this a flashpoint? It's because other common sense things in the last 18 months have been flashpoints. Unfortunately, it's distortion of freedom and that concept of it, and we need to hopefully untwist it and get back to normal.
We need to force everybody to get in line. And
with an unproven vax.
Yes.
Yeah.
That turned out to not do what you said it was going to do, Vin.
You know, we just forget about that. I mean, I guess
I don't.
Maybe things I don't either, but I mean, not to hold any of those people accountable for anything they did.
Yeah.
Man.
It is.
They want to hold the ICE agents accountable?
Oh, yeah.
You scumbags.
I can't remember the last time I heard you say scumbags.
I know, but it just irritates the hell out of me because none of those people, like that jackass, were never held accountable. Well, Fauci was never held. No, none of them were. Nobody was. Talk about misinformation.
Yeah.
Well, we did the best we could with the knowledge we had. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
No, they tried to suppress it. Yeah. That's what that was.
Just brutal that we lived through that time and just scot-free. All of them got off with no repercussions from the stupidity that they were peddling, and they made people's lives miserable.
Well, the one thing, the whole trust in the, quote, expert class since that time, down in the toilet.
That's good. I mean,
and I don't think that's coming back.
When I hear that word now, I just cringe. Well, this person is an expert in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are 7,300 of them, all on the Rolodexes of these news guys. Well, let's get to number 7,000 here.
I think for a lot of people, the immediate response to the headline that ends with, comma, experts say, it's just a punchline now.
Yeah, right, exactly, David. I feel the exact same way. When I see experts say, I immediately just tune out.
Yeah.
He went to Bob's Screen Door and Stereo Repair. He's an expert.
You know what? I have a story that I think you're going to want to hear, Scott.
Right.
About one of your favorite bands of all time who's in the news right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we'll get to that. And the 5 stories we're watching today. Straight ahead.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-297-7049. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-297-7049. 800-297-7049. 800-297-7049.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-970-3355. That's 800-970-3355. 800-970-3355.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. You know what it's time for. Yeah. 5 stories we're watching today.
Number 5, Dr. Oz. Working in the Trump administration, of course. Well, he's reported that the federal government has shut down more than 200 fake hospices, scams they were running, in Los Angeles alone.
Gosh.
One place. That's it.
Man.
Unreal, man.
They're estimating that half of the hospices in California may be fraudulent.
Somebody figured it out a while ago. This is so easy to rip off.
Wild. Number 4, some great news out of Iran. The second soldier in the plane that crashed in Iran last week has been rescued. The military built up a little base, put together an airstrip in a couple days, got him out. Easy peasy, then blew up a couple stuff they were going to leave behind. A couple of airplanes that just couldn't fly anymore.
It is amazing.
Yep.
The stuff of movies.
It is. Number 3, Iran has rejected the ceasefire proposal. Number 2, President Trump warned them about this, saying on Truth Social yesterday, "Open the bleeping straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah." Okay. And then today he added, number 1, that Iran can be taken out in one night. Might be Tuesday night. And the bettors on Polymarket are predicting U.S. forces will enter Iran by April 30th. 99% chance.
Wow.
And if it's still going on April 30th, I'll be in the boat of, well, very regretful that this happened.
Yeah.
Well,
you won't be alone.
No, you won't be. And like I said, I drive by the gas station every day. It was up again today.
Yeah.
4 to 6 weeks can't turn into years.
Because we're right on the cusp now of that time frame. Yeah.
All right. Those are the top 5 stories that we're watching today. Brickhouse Nutrition designed lean for frustrated dieters with 10 pounds or more to lose. So let's get you started. 20% off plus free rush shipping. Go to takelean.com. Use promo code MVCR. That's MVCR at takelean.com.
Scott, just to cheer you up a little bit.
Thank you.
Monday, I saw a story about one of your favorite rock bands of all time.
Yeah.
Rush.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They got this sort of a reunion, I guess, tour. Would you call it that or just a tour?
Yeah, yeah.
They had said we were done. There's no Rush without Neil Peart, their drummer, who died.
They waited 10 years, so, yeah.
Yeah. Is that what it is? You wait 10 years and then you can say...
I don't know. I just say they waited a long time.
They did. And then some people said, well, you shouldn't call it Rush. You said they were done. And Geddy Lee, the bassist, said, what else do you bleep and call it?
Well, yeah.
When the band ended, we said it's only Rush with Neil in it, which, of course, is true. Rush, as most people know it. But, over 5 gigs, we'll be playing 40 Rush songs. So what the bleep should we call it? Iron Maiden? That is his quote.
That's a good point. What are you gonna say?
He said, he admits that he and Alex Lifeson, guitarist, were twisting ourselves into a pretzel, trying to avoid using the name, but ultimately, it just felt silly to call it anything else.
Nope.
Do you agree with that?
I agree with that, yeah.
Think about the revenue.
Well, that's the other part.
Oh, gosh. I've been invited to go twice to 2 Rush shows, but it was buy your own ticket kind of thing. But $1,200?
I know you can't bring yourself to do it.
I can't pull the trigger, and I'm a huge fan. I'd love to see him. But you and I saw him the last time, and the slippage was there.
Yeah, it's still a great show.
I mean, it was a great show, but
yes.
It was the vocals, and it's hard for him to sing that stuff now.
Sure.
That was 10 years ago.
Yes, it was. It is wild, though, to think if they did this same show with those 2 guys and the female drummer, which she looks fantastic.
Yeah, she is.
That if you called it whatever name, call it, I don't know, Rosie, whatever, people wouldn't go. Not the same amounts of people would pay that money.
Oh, I agree with you. It's the brand, yeah.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins show.
They could have gone the South Park way and called it Little Rush, because that's what they called their band on South Park.
Well, I mean, nobody's going to pay the big money to go see, it's Geddy Lee live in concert.
Or Geddy, Alex, and Friend, or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Or Quicksilver, whatever you're going to call it.
Bytor. There you go.
Sure, yeah. It's Bytor.
Hurry! Exclamation point.
Yeah. It's interesting.
ASAP.
Would that affect you?
If they weren't called Rush?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
Why is that? It's just a thing in your head?
I guess it's mental, right? I mean, if any band did that.
I know. I suppose that's true. All right. Someone says Dems are in a lot of trouble, and the left is not going to like to hear that. That in just a few. And what's your story? Coming right up. All right. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins show. I'm Jamie Markley, the Gen Xer. David Van Camp, the Millennial. The Sexy Boomer, that's Scott Robbins.
Yep.
Okay, so the Dems are in a lot of trouble. Says who, David?
Harry Enton, the polling guy at CNN. And, we were talking about this on Friday, and I think we've talked about this a few times, that there's sort of this assumption that there's going to be a massive blue wave because of the anger and outrage about Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. And I keep looking at all of the indicators, and it may happen. Historically, it wouldn't be surprising, but
no, it would not.
The indicators are just not there for the Democrats right now. He looked at the favorability of the 2 parties. Usually in sort of a blue wave year, Dems have to run up the score on that to translate to a blue wave. Mm-hmm. And the GOP right now is running ahead of them.
Oh, boy. That doesn't sound good for them.
Let's just take a look at this. Net favorability. Party ahead at this point. Midterm years with the GOP president. In 2018, Dems were up by 12. In 2006 on net favorability, which party you like more? Dems are ahead by 18. Republicans are actually ahead on net favorability at this point by 5 points. So Democrats are just simply running behind their previous benchmarks, and they need to be running well ahead of them if they want to take back the United States Senate.
This is amazing.
Well,
when you think about the shutdown and the way media portrays it.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I just think, dude, if we had a halfway honest media that wasn't constantly in a posture to just hate Republicans in general and Donald Trump specifically.
Yes.
The Democrats would be they'd be a fringe party.
Well, but the Democrats are still running fringe candidates.
Yes, because
that's where some of this unfavorable comes from. These people are nuts.
But the far left has captured the party.
Yes.
I mean, who's standing up for it?
I agree.
You got Fetterman. You got, Rahm Emanuel that's going to run for president. Outside of that.
Yeah.
It's amazing. We talked about Rahm Emanuel on Friday. I read a piece this weekend, David, echoing what you said about him. Mm-hmm. Like, this is the guy. I mean, if they want any chance of winning the White House again, this is your guy. But he sounds normal.
And I don't know if you can win a primary if you're a guy like that.
See, that's just it. I don't know either. I think in a general, he'd be very formidable. But you're right. I don't know, because he's admitted the party is out of their minds right now.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's what we've made this point I don't know how many times. When you look at all of the different issues, Democrats are upside down.
Yeah. They just refuse to give up their
many
positions on the nuttiness.
But they also run on what we've talked about a million times, hating Trump.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's sort of what it comes down to. I mean, and then you have people out like that are making news.
Yeah.
That they make no sense to just regular, ordinary, average Americans. Gavin Newsom's wife saying this nonsense.
Yeah, this may be one of the reasons why even Democrats hate Democrats. So she took to social media to defend former DHS Secretary Kristi Noem and former Attorney General Pam Bondi, because you know what them being fired is? Trump's war on women.
Which is amazing. Both sides were calling for them both to be fired. Wow. Okay, roll it.
It's no surprise to me that the first two prominent people pushed out of this administration were women. Let me explain. The conservative women that Trump handpicks, who align themselves with an agenda that controls women, restricting our rights, limiting our autonomy, and pushing us back into this straitjacket of femininity that is only in service of men. There's a familiar pattern here. Women are brought in
only in service. These are career women.
Yes.
That he hires. He's always hired women. Did you ever follow Trump before he ever ran for president? Go ahead.
Women are brought in, packaged Mar-a-Lago style, and lifted up as long as they commit to wholeheartedly serve the interests of the patriarch at the top. Now,
tell that to Harmeet Dillon.
Yeah,
I want to
know,
see
right?
how that goes. I want to see how that goes. Go ahead.
Now, it looks like power, or proximity to power with a big title, but it never comes with job security and protection. There's no secure place inside this hand-picked patriarchal body that systemically disrespects, devalues, and discriminates against women and girls.
Go ahead and also give that take to Susie Wiles, because I want to watch that one too.
Go make me a ham sandwich.
Jeepers.
And this is where complicity comes in. Because when you align yourself with that value system with a leader who has publicly devalued women, degraded them, and been found liable of abusing women, well, guess what? You're going to be the first to go. So while you're in a perceived position of power in this system that regularly diminishes and devalues other women, even if you help sustain and uplift this system, your power is only temporary.
Oh, my.
It's brutal. Brutal.
I don't know that I've ever heard her talk for that long.
Dude.
I've read plenty about her, that Gavin Newsom already doesn't really have a chance because of his track record. She makes it worse.
Yes. She's a nut.
She is a nut, and I can't believe they're just going to let her go out there and start yammering.
Well, and the thing is like she's already basically where Michelle Obama is now, but Michelle Obama wasn't pulling her current act while her husband was running for president.
Right. That is true.
Gee whiz. Man. Ain't that something? I mean, she was talking about taking her kids right to Alabama like they're zoo animals.
Yeah, so they could see racism up close.
Yeah, let's drive by and look at the racists.
What? I missed that part.
Oh, yeah.
She said that?
Vacationing with her kids to the deep south, and so you could drive around and say, there's the racists. Nuts. I mean, she's nuts.
Yeah. Oh, and
like playing into every stereotype, not knowing anybody.
Yeah, let's go through the racist zoo and keep the windows up. Don't feed them.
Don't feed the racists.
No,
they got
don't
those
feed
signs
them.
at the state
Right,
line.
Yeah. Please
Warning.
don't stop for them and don't feed them.
Golly, man.
I'm sorry, women. Damn it.
All right. That's too good. All right, moving on. We do this a couple of times a day, go around the table. It may not be the biggest story out there, but it caught your attention. David, what's your story here?
I'm kind of torn on this one because it's kind of cool, but also I think you could probably spend tax dollars in a better way. This has been done before in Florida, but in Tulsa, they've opened up the state's first musical road where you drive about 35 miles an hour on it. It's got strips on the road, so when your tire goes over them, it creates a certain frequency, and it plays a tune that you can hear in your car. So here's what it sounds like when you go over the Southwest Boulevard Bridge.
Have you heard this guy?
No.
I haven't heard it either. Okay. Roll it. It is kind of cool.
Wow.
I might have chose a different song. Everyone would choose their own song, I'm sure. Do you think it's a waste of tax dollars, Scott?
Well, at least it's fun.
Yeah, right.
Most waste of tax dollars isn't, so yeah.
Right, and at least it actually got built, unlike California's high-speed rail.
Yeah.
Huh. I'll be darned. That's kind of fun.
I
I'd
would
like to
guess
go over and over and again and again and again. Would they change the tunes every now and then?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
That's the thing. If you're by it a lot, it would get old fast.
Right.
That's
I
true.
mean, if you're a tourist, it's one thing.
Right.
But if you're there all the time, you're like, all right, we get it.
Yeah. Yeah, do like car-themed songs.
Yeah.
Like Slow Ride or... You know.
Always comes back to Foghat with you.
Yeah, right, it does with My Life. And they're the most underappreciated band in the world. Yes. You could do it. Let's get the engineers on that one. Yeah.
There you go. All right, Scotty, what do you got for What's Your
I was
Story?
a little surprised this morning when I turned on the Today Show and Savannah Guthrie was there.
Yeah.
I saw.
She was back today.
People had predicted she would never come back. And I thought she indicated one time that she was not going to come back.
Then
She must
she
have
said
changed
in
her
an
mind.
interview she was going to come back, but didn't know when.
Yeah.
So this was one of those things. I don't even know. I guess they knew ahead of time, but there was certainly no promotion that she was coming back.
Well, they did
that
put
I was
out a
aware
press
of
release
anyway.
a few weeks ago.
Did they?
Yeah.
On the date she was coming
Yeah.
back? Yeah, okay. Well, she was back today, and it was very tearful. I mean, and some of it was, and then she just kind of carried on like she always had, you know?
Yeah.
And the stories were there and everything else, and her and Jenna Bush had a kind of a touching moment. She said initially, she did say this, initially when her mom went missing, that they thought that she had called an ambulance on herself and they had come and taken her out. Like she had a medical emergency of some kind, was able to call 911, and they had come and gotten her. And that's initially what they thought. And then, of course, they learned much later that was not the case, but... Anyway, when you're trying to wrap your head around something and make it seem reasonable, I suppose you might come to that conclusion, you know?
Man, you think about the different families that have had to deal with a missing person.
Oh, gosh.
A missing kid, something. And I don't know that there is a time where you figure, okay, I've got to go back to work now. Some people just have to.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you just compartmentalize the best you can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is different when you're in the media spotlight like she is. People see you every day. Man, it's really tough.
Well, you're looking for closure of some kind in your life, and you just never get it. I mean, I think about all the POWs over the years, you know, where a body is never recovered.
Yeah.
You know, you never know. There was a family in my hometown like that, you know. It was just like, wow.
My goodness, man. Because you think about somebody that their kid went missing and was never found. And then you're at the workplace knowing that, you know, for years and years. It's just hard to wrap your head around.
Yeah.
But you have to get back to some sort of normalcy.
At some point,
Seems.
Or, I mean, that's never going to be normal, but you get what I'm saying. You're trying to just still live some sort of life.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds trivial or trite to say, but life does go on. And it's hard. I can't imagine what that would be like. But
I think for her, you just got to figure she's gone.
Yeah.
Well, she did say that, you know, this was her second family, and the connection she has with the people she works with, and the experience or feelings you have there.
Yeah.
But I can see that you work that close to people every day, and they do seem like family after a while.
Yeah, that is true. Man. Okay.
I don't know. But it was good to see her back anyway, at any rate. I'm no big fan or anything. Just thought it was, from a human standpoint, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, here's something uplifting. I'll
All
switch
right.
gears for What's Your Story. I don't know if you heard about this dude in South Carolina, 73 years old, Steve Howell, alive today because two strangers pulled him from a burning truck just before it went up in flames.
Wow.
Had this violent crash, left him trapped and unable to move. And then these two guys spotted him, broke in, dragged him to safety. And he says he's certain, they saved his life.
I knew if I didn't get out, I was going to die and burn up alive. Truck flipped with me, and it throwed me all around the truck. The smoke was coming from under the hood and through the dash. I was afraid at any minute the gas tank was going to blow up. I was totally helpless, and the smoke and flames was getting worse and worse, and the woods caught on fire all around me. And then I saw two guys looking over down through the window at me. They risked their life to pull me out of a burning vehicle, and they risked their life to save my life.
Man. Then you think if you're in that situation, I'd like to think I'd do the same thing. I don't know that everybody would.
Yeah.
But these two guys did.
Good for them.
Yeah, thankful for that.
Very uplifting story. Thank you for cleansing the palate.
Well, man, there's a lot of sadness in the world.
Yes, there is.
But there's a lot of goodness, too.
Yes, there is.
It's true. There's a lot of dumb people, too. We like to highlight them and laugh at them. We're no angels, I'll tell you that. I think they deserve it. It's called Nimrods of the News. We got an episode of that, and David's got a news update in just a few.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
The Markley Van Camp and Robbins Show. If you're thinking, you know what, now's the time. I'm ready to lose some serious weight. And you've read a little bit about the weight loss injections. You've seen the results. You're like, man, I love the results, but I don't want the needles. I don't want any of that. I don't want any of the side effects I've heard about. If you're in that boat, there is an alternative for you.
Yeah, a doctor stepped in and created a weight loss supplement called Lean, and the results are very, very similar to those shots. But again, no prescription, no needles, no nothing. It's just a couple of capsules you take in the morning after breakfast, and you're off and running. Lean uses studied ingredients shown to help lower blood sugar, burn fat by converting fat into energy, and curb appetite and cravings, so your body gets the support for things that it, well, pretty much already does.
Yeah, and Lean is not for the casual dieter either. If you want to drop a couple, 3 pounds, it's vanity weight. Brickhouse Nutrition designed Lean for the frustrated dieter with 10 pounds or more to lose. So let's get you started right now. 20% off plus free rush shipping. Go to takelean.com. Promo code is MVCR. Add Lean to your healthy diet and exercise plan. That's MVCR at takelean.com.
News update, David Van Camp.
Well, Iran has formally rejected talks of a ceasefire, and the negotiations are still going on, but it looks like they are at an impasse. United States negotiators and Iranian negotiators, so the bombings will continue, apparently.
I would bomb the shit out of them.
President Trump giving an update today. He kept it pretty short and sweet about future plans.
The entire country could be taken out in one night, and that night might be tomorrow night.
Okay.
Man.
Well, now.
It seemed like, from what you were hearing, and tell me if you heard anything different, that when the latest came down, like, we can take all this stuff out, that could possibly bring them to their knees. We're like, okay, we can't go on, but apparently they're not there yet.
I don't think they care about it. They don't care.
I think
civilian deaths, no big deal.
A lot of people understand that. I mean, one of their closest allies is North Korea. North Korea is sort of going new phone who dis on them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're
like, we're done.
Yeah, they're not involved in any of this.
Yeah, and apparently Russia's no longer helping out at all. China, Yep. Good luck to you.
But when you lost the commies, then you're in trouble.
Yeah. All right, we got to get to Nimrod. Here we go.
When the going gets tough,
Damn it, this is too hard.
the dumb get dumber.
All right, Ian.
It's Nimrods in the News on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrod's in the news. We go to South Carolina. A boutique owner there has been accused of repeatedly scamming customers. Check this, has been booked in jail for the 15th time.
Dang.
Oh, wow.
Since the start of this year.
Jeez.
You get a free sandwich or something with that?
5 counts of obtaining property valued at $2,000 or less under false pretenses. She has this little shop, Thomas and Turner Boutique. And she's failing to deliver items that dozens of customers have purchased online from her business.
Oh, boy.
And people will give her money. Yep, we'll get it to you. Nothing ever happens.
Running the old Ponzi.
And then gets arrested, and then she's back out, gets more money, gets arrested, rinse, repeat. How long does this go on? And that's Nimrods in the news.
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. Is it story time, David?
Story time with President Trump. Yes, he is speaking at the White House and was talking about the search and rescue mission that led to the rescue of one of the pilots that was downed in Iran on Friday. And part of it involved, well, basically just tricking the Iranians into looking places where the guy wasn't.
Yeah.
So
it's amazing.
So here's the Trumpster telling the story of the deception.
We were bringing them all over, and a lot of it was subterfuge. We wanted to have them think he was in a different location because they had a vast military force out there. Thousands of people were looking. So we wanted them to look in different areas, so we were scattered all over like we were right on top of them. We had 7 different locations where they thought, and they were very confused. They said, well, wait a minute, they've got groups here, they've got groups there. It's an amazing thing. I was listening to these great people, these great generals. General Raisin Kane was amazing, and Pete Hegseth was amazing. But I listened to the whole thing. It was pretty amazing. So they had all these different sites where everybody thought he was located. We think we have him over there because they have 9 planes circling a little area that's 25 miles down the coast. So in a breathtaking show of skill and precision, lethality and force, America's military descended on the area, the real area, engaged the enemy, rescued the stranded officer, destroyed all threats, and exited Iranian territory while taking no casualties of any kind.
Okay.
Yeah. They have like 7 different locations, guy yelling, hey, hey, hey! Over here!
Oh, yeah.
That's wild, the precision stuff that happens behind the scenes.
It is.
In order to just keep the shells moving on the board.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just keep bouncing them around.
And he's taken question after question today. And it's interesting because you talked earlier about how a lot of people on the left are trying to say, Trump's senile. He's got cognitive issues, blah, blah, blah. You hear him right there. Okay, compared to Biden, if he had to try to tell that story,
yeah.
It's just hilarious to think about.
Well, Operation Operation True and a Dash Double Depression.
Well,
That's
yes,
true.
that's what it would have been.
True and a Dash Double Depression.
That's what we're doing.
I don't know, man, because I would just say that Joe Biden absolutely could tell a good story. Remember when he was talking about his uncle who was eaten by cannibals?
And my uncle, they called him Ambrose Brosey, they called him Bosey. My Uncle Bosey was a hell of an athlete, they tell me, when he was a kid. And he became an Army Air Corps before the Air Force came along. He flew those single-engine planes as reconnaissance over war zones. They got shot down in New Guinea, and they never found the body because there used to be a lot of cannibals for real in that part of New Guinea. And then my
What's for lunch? Bosey.
Uncle Bosey.
I got to hear the one where he just gives up.
if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway.
Utterly defeated by the English language.
Sometimes you just got to say, I call it, you win. All right, you got me today. I lose this one.
He could certainly spin a yarn, couldn't he?
Yep, throw in the towel.
Yeah.
So Trump over the weekend with that message on Truth Social to the Iranians, open the bleeping straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell, all caps, just watch. Praise be to Allah. And you had the meltdown going all over.
Oh, yeah.
Left media.
Typical. You knew that was coming.
PMS Now. Jonathan Capehart was angry. Okay? Yeah, I think this was the end of the meltdown. Yeah.
He did it because he wants us to get angry, wants the media to get angry. Well, you know what? Yeah, I will speak for myself as a member of the media. I am angry because the President of the United States should not be speaking like this, not to the American people, not to the wider public, and certainly not during a time of war. This is outrageous, and I look forward to Republicans around the country coming out and saying something about this. This should not stand.
Don't hold your breath, babe.
I know. That's why I'm breathing.
I just think it's hilarious when there's hissy fits going on cable news. I won't stand for it. Yeah, that's relatable to the regular American folks.
That's a guy who's going to go get a Cinnabon after the show. It's going to be a cheat day because the president is insane.
I deserve a treat today.
Oh, my gosh.
Man.
I know.
This sweater made me look fat.
Yep. I will say this, man. You had that clip of Harry Enton earlier on CNN. Democrats not looking good.
Yeah.
You got to take the good with the bad. There's parts of Trump approval not going well, according to Harry Enton.
Yeah.
Especially with the Epstein stuff.
Oh, God. Okay.
Because you're just tired of hearing all
well, I just...
it was booted. We all know that.
Of course it was.
The way it was rolled out.
Yeah, she's gone now. Yeah.
This is what they were talking about. Roll it.
Rank. You know, the idea is, okay, we'll get rid of Pam Bondi, and maybe that would somehow make you more popular, Donald Trump, in the Epstein case. Look, the Epstein case is going to continue to be a big problem for Donald Trump, because just take a look here. Take a look at Trump's net approval rating, immigration, foreign policy, the economy, trade and tariffs, the Epstein case. Look at this. That is by far the worst issue for Donald Trump of the major issues, at negative 40 points. Negative 40 points. Worse than immigration, worse than foreign policy, worse than the economy, worse than trade and tariffs. So the bottom line is this. The Epstein case is not going away if you're Donald Trump, even if Pam Bondi is going away. The Epstein case is going to continue to weigh on the President of the United States.
But you don't want to be the face of that issue in the administration.
Yeah. But they said they're done releasing stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm confused about, like, what else are people wanting, I guess? Because, I mean, I understand that there's a lot of questions that have not been answered, obviously, but I don't know. It's sort of like, release the list. Well, there isn't really a list.
Yes.
I don't know what you're expecting.
I don't know if there needs to be messaging at some point to say, here is what's out there. Mm-hmm. For those that are saying, hey, release all the files, then you have to be clear with people, this is what that means, and this is what we've done. here's what we won't do. And then there has to be a great excuse for why you won't do what you won't do. Because if not, you are giving a weapon to the other side to just say they never released all the files. They said they would. They never did. Because you're just trying to keep that question alive in people's minds.
Well, yeah, I mean, when that's all you got.
Sure.
I mean, you drill that thing like crazy. I mean,
oh, yeah, now that they know.
Well, yeah.
And they've known for a while. They're doing polling all the time, and that's why that gets hammered all the time.
Sure.
So we'll see how they handle that. I happen to see this clip of Dr. Phil. He's doing investigative stuff. He's doing different things. And this is about organ harvesting in China.
Oh, gosh.
You know what? How long is this clip? Oh, it's like a minute and a half. Instead of me just reading it to you, which I could do, I want to play you the Dr. Phil so I can watch both of your reactions when parts of this come out. Especially Scott. Because this is kind of wild, man. It just is.
While you're sitting here watching me, there are people on the other side of the world who are alive, breathing, thinking, maybe even praying, who have already been matched to a buyer.
Mm-hmm. Matched to a buyer.
Oh, gosh.
For their organs. Their vital organs, eyes, heart, lungs, liver, kidneys. Their blood type has been logged. Their organs have been appraised. And when the order comes in, they will be killed to fill it.
Yeah, that's going on. Now, if you were to guess, okay, how big is the operation? What kind of money are you talking about? What would you guess?
A lot?
Like any number you'd throw out there?
I don't know. I mean, this is total number?
He's going to give it here in a minute.
It's got to be a multi-billion-dollar industry, right?
I would say trillion-dollar industry.
Not trillion, but yeah, it's
Now,
billion.
I know that sounds like something out of a horror movie.
Yeah, it does.
And if you're hearing it for the first time, you're thinking, no. If that was true, why wouldn't we be hearing about it? Well, I've got the same question.
Yeah, why?
And you're going to find that this is not some conspiracy theory. We're going to break this down, and we're going to show you exactly what's going on. This is something that my guest tonight has documented, and after 20 years of investigation, can tell you without equivocation, this is not fiction. This is policy. This is an industry. This is an $8.9 billion a year operation run by the Chinese Communist Party. And it is happening, and it's happening right now.
And why does no one talk about that?
Well, it's always whispered. It's in the back of your mind. You've heard about it.
Yes.
That's what they're doing. That's pretty concrete evidence right there that it is, in fact, the matching of the blood types, though, and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
That's been, occasionally you'll hear the story, and it seemed to have gotten more attention a few years ago, maybe about a decade ago, about the concentration camps that they're running for the Uyghurs in China.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, they were basically organ piggy banks for very wealthy people.
Yeah.
Not only in China, by the way. It's all across the world that they're getting matched to.
Yes. Because it's huge money. Man. And you think, okay, at what point does the country say, we're not going to do business with them if you're harvesting organs and killing people for their organs? Yeah. Just thought, holy cow.
That is creature show stuff there, man.
No
That's
kidding.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
The reason we don't think about it too much is because you can't order a conscience on Temu.
This is true.
Well, you could, but you have to put it together yourself, and it's very difficult.
Man, it's crappy. All right, you want something fun?
Sure.
That's dark. I happened to hear this last week. We never had a chance to get to it. This is just these random things put together to make music. A kazoo, a belt, water jug, and a metal ruler.
Yeah.
Have you heard this?
It sounds cool, right?
It sounds like something you might put on like a sexy time playlist.
No, get out of here. Really?
I don't know. Let's see what you think.
All right.
You want a copy of it, don't you, Scott?
I do, yeah. Work like a charm.
It seems like it would be in the scene of some Bond movie.
Yeah.
Well, I like you open the tent.
Yeah.
And inside they're like smoking hash or something. Playing in the background, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know who thinks up that stuff, man.
That's wild.
Isn't that crazy? All right, we got to get to a news update on the 5 stories we're watching today. Coming right up.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Michaela's Mobile Spa, Michaela! Michaela got a quick business insurance quote from Progressive and chose from over 30 customizable coverages. Sure, it helps she's her only employee and does literally everything. But while others would rest on their laurels, Michaela was hard at work saving big. So take that, hypothetical other employee who doesn't exist. Be your own Michaela. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins, and the 5 stories we're watching today.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, number 5, the Artemis II crew has broken the Apollo 13 record for farthest distance traveled from Earth.
Nice.
Officially broken that record. Wow. Number 4, Iran has rejected a ceasefire proposal. Meanwhile, number 3, a strike on IRGC headquarters in an underground facility near Tehran happened yesterday. They used the old bunker busters, and the sources are saying that the headquarters was completely obliterated. It's gone. No mas.
Man.
Number 2, President Trump posted on Truth Social yesterday, "Open the bleeping straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah."
Just poking.
Yep. And then number 1, he said today during a press conference, the president did, that Iran can be taken out in one night. Might be tomorrow night. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Wow.
He's not messing around.
Got to end this thing. Got to end it.
Yep.
That's the way we do it. That's the way we do it. But we got to end it. It's got to stop.
Well,
got to get that strait opened and the oil flowing, and let's go.
Yes. Well, we'll see what happens after tomorrow.
Yep.
But yeah, said 4 to 6 weeks. It seems like it's going right now to plan. I don't know if they really thought leadership would act in a different way. Can't really tell. But yeah, if this drags on, that's going to be used against them for quite a while.
Dude,
it's got to get wrapped up.
I mean, again, I hate to harp on this, but again, going into work today, gas prices up again.
Yes.
I mean, food prices up again. Diesel fuel costs more money, costs more to transport it.
Yes.
Damn.
And you're saying this because of the midterm?
Well, I am saying it because of the midterms because I believe it to be true. I mean, this is how people decide who they're going to vote for.
But that's 5 months away.
I get it. I'm trying. Listen, I know.
I know. Here we go. We do this, 3 times a week?
Almost every damn day here recently. And I'm sorry. I won't even mention it tomorrow.
No, it's fine.
Gas goes to $6 a gallon. I'll just sit here and just take it.
It's not $6 yet.
No,
even off air. You're like, you know what I saw on my way in? Let me guess.
I know.
I saw the gas prices again.
I drive by 2 gas stations. I got to quit looking. I just got to avert my eyes.
Okay.
Don't look.
Did you see the story where an entire shift of workers at Chick-fil-A got fired?
Oh, really?
Yes.
At Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, I saw the video. Basically, you had all these workers, and it was after hours, but they're all in their Chick-fil-A stuff, and they recorded what is known as bounce video. Now, some people would call this just a choreographed dance, but it's one after another. They stand in front of the camera, and they bounce up and down, so their chest bounces up and down.
Can't do that at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And they did it to a song loaded with a bunch of swear words.
Oh, yeah.
So, some people say that's ridiculous. It wasn't even during store hours.
Well,
but you worked for Chick-fil-A, David.
You still got the uni on?
Yes.
There is a code, you gotta, you can't be doing that.
Not with the uni on. Nope.
Yeah.
Because then it reflects on
poorly. Yes.
On the company.
Absolutely.
They may think, this is something that we're endorsing. We don't want our brand associated with this. No.
And that's the way it goes, yes. This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins show. Some people online are saying this was racially motivated.
Oh, shut up.
I know.
That's stupid. You can't wear the uni. Don't wear the uniform. You want to bounce up and down? Go put your regular street clothes on and go to McDonald's parking lot and do it.
There you go. Well,
It
that's
was actually inside the store, too.
Oh, well, if he's inside, it's even worse inside the store.
Yeah.
They accept that as a form of payment at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Degenerates there.
Well, it's a cover charge for entertainment.
I hear some of that Chick-fil-A pride still coming out of David. Scoreboard on you, McDonald's. Yeah, take that.
Still spells chicken that way.
Of course. All right, got a couple of news updates to get to. And you just been chomping at the bit all day. You got a big 3, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I do.
The Scott Robbins trifecta coming up in just a few. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. The Scott Robbins trifecta. It's coming up. News update, David Van Camp.
Well, President Trump not happy that somebody working within his administration leaked the details of the downed fighter pilot in Iran. He talked about that today in the White House briefing room.
And somebody leaked something, which we'll hopefully find that leaker. We're looking very hard to find that leaker. And talked about there's somebody missing. They basically said that we have one and there's somebody missing. Well, they didn't know there was somebody missing until this leaker gave the information. So whoever it was, we think we'll be able to find it out because we're going to go to the media company that released it and we're going to say, national security, give it up or go to jail. And we know who, and you know who we're talking about. Because some things you can't do. Because when they did that, all of a sudden, the entire country of Iran knew that there was a pilot that was somewhere on their land that was fighting for his life. And it also made it much more difficult for the pilots and for the people going in to search for him. All of a sudden, they know that there's somebody out there. They see all these planes coming in. It became a much more difficult operation. Because a leaker leaked that we have one, we've rescued one, but there's another one out there that we're trying to get. So actually, the country, Iran, put out a major notice, you all saw it, offering a very big award for anybody that captures the pilot. So in addition to a hostile, very talented, very good, very evil military, we had millions of people trying to get an award. So when you add that to it, but we have to find that leaker because that's a sick person.
Yeah. Got to find the leaker, yeah.
Yeah. Trump administration, think about Trump administration 1.
Yeah.
The leaking was insane.
Oh, my gosh.
So, yeah, he's going to have no sense of humor with that now.
No, not at all. Well, he was also talking today about opposition to the operation in Iran overall from, the usual left-wing sources and all of this. And here is part of what he said. The weave comes in pretty strong here.
A lot of the news doesn't talk about that. They talk about, women's rights. You want to see women's rights? You're not going to see it there. It's amazing when I see some of the stupid people like, AOC plus 3, all that group. They talk about, freedom for Iran. They don't tell you the real facts. Women, men, gays. How about gays for Iran? They kill the gays. They throw them off buildings. So I wonder what's going on.
And I'm glad he brings it up.
Yeah.
Because it's not talked about.
I've never heard of AOC plus 3. I like that one. That sounds like
he's dropped that one occasionally.
Sounds like a made-up band name, like a movie. AOC plus 3. Or they're solving crimes, and they're musicians.
My gosh.
God. It's good stuff, man.
Oh, yeah. Dude, if he finds the leaker, they're going to say who it is. They'll be fired.
Will. Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
And then the left's going to freak out because, you're talking about freedom of the press here and sources. And then there's going to be the back and forth on that.
Sure. Man.
Because you already have, people on the left talking about Trump going after, bridges. And that's war crimes. You can't do that.
There are no rules here. There are no rules.
No, because military uses those things.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. All they want to do is plant the seed with the people that watch them to make them believe that he's committing war crimes. And there's no checks and balances, all that stuff.
They want Iran to win because it makes him look bad.
Yes.
I mean, that's all. You're right. That's all the motivation there is. There is no other reason. It's the same reason you got no King's marches. It's the same thing. You've got all this stuff. They hate him.
That is true.
That's it.
All right. I know you're ready to go.
Yep,
Casey's ready to go. Here we go.
Are you ready?
1, 2, buckle my shoe on.
It's the 3 most important news stories of the day.
I hit the trifecta.
Well, at least according to Scott Robbins. It's the trifecta on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
Every day about this time, Scott Robbins' top 3 stories helped by his hero.
I'm Casey Kasem.
Hey, Casey.
I'm ready.
NCAA championship game tonight. Want to watch?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you. I got some pizza.
He's already got plans. He's going to watch, but
I thought he was coming to my.
No.
So he's not coming to my house. Okay.
No, somewhere else. At least that's what he's told me. Correct?
Yes.
Case, are you still bringing your homemade hummus? My kids love it.
So he's going to your house?
Yeah.
God.
I'm not going to say all that. I'm ready.
Okay.
He was trying to avoid telling that.
Have fun at David's house then. Fine by me. Okay.
Good. 3.
Number 3. An unsupervised toddler at a zoo. What could go wrong?
Well, parents are facing charges now of endangering the welfare of a child. This was at Hershey Park in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Carrie Sorter, 43, and her partner, Stephen Wilson, 61, walked about 30 feet away from their child, who's 17 months old, to sit in a seating area and stare at their phones.
Oh, gosh.
So the kid crawls under a small opening in an exterior perimeter fence toward the primary metal enclosure that surrounds the zoo's wolf habitat.
Oh, boy.
The wolf's response was to make contact with the child's hand. They said it was not a sign of aggression and consistent with natural animal behavior. They got 3 wolves in the pack, and the kid's in there with all of them. He's 17 months old. The child, by the way, was not injured, but the wolf did put the kid's mouth on the hand of the child.
Oh, man.
So they jumped in and rescued the kid and got him out. I don't know if mom and dad ever did put their phones down or not, but they were arrested and charged with endangering a child's life.
Wolves are like, your parents suck.
No kidding, man.
What the hell's going on here?
Well, how do you have a 17-month-old and you're staring at your phone 30 feet away, both of you, at the same time? Kid just wanders in.
Are you just jealous because he's 61?
With a 43-year-old? No, because he's having kids.
No, I'm joking.
Get the hell out of town on that one.
Now, on with the
Hey,
countdown.
Grandpa. I mean, Dad. Oh, God. The worst.
Oh, yeah. That dude's 78 when that kid's graduating high school.
Yeah,
maybe.
that's great. And that's not selfish at all. That's
So how old's the toddler? I'm sorry.
17 months old.
17 months. Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
76 to 78, somewhere in there.
Want to play catch?
Scott Robbins trifecta,
Yeah.
top 3 of the
Right.
day, up to number
2.
Number 2, Tiger Woods. Apparently his love life hasn't slowed down.
No, she's standing by her man. That's Vanessa Trump. Unswavering in her loyalty to him. That's what reports are today. He's had a couple of DUIs on his scorecard, and but he's still regarded as a major catch in Palm Beach.
Well, I thought she laid it down. Like the quote was, you got to get your bleep together.
But she said, I will stand by you throughout this, but you do have to get it together, Tiggs.
Yeah.
I'm going to imagine she has options too. But
goodness, yeah.
But anyway, she's saying, look, I don't disappear on people. I stand by in the toughest of times. I love Tiger, blah, blah, blah. Still a catch. I mean, the translation on that is his problems have not affected his finances whatsoever. So,
well,
You really jarred something loose, Tiger.
that'll never be not funny.
when you got $1.5 billion, it really does. People tend to forgive you quickly.
And the countdown continues.
Scott Robbins trifecta, top 3 of the day.
And finally, 1.
Number 1, a man arrested for sunbathing in the nude.
John Sullivan, Fountain Inn, South Carolina, was arrested. He says he frequently works out and sunbathes in a thong or completely nude in his backyard. He said, hey, laying out in the sun, even in the nude, there's nothing wrong with that. He sits out there and he jacks iron. He's got a little weight stand there.
Did not think you were going to say iron.
No, I know you didn't. That's why I said it.
Wow.
Does anyone ever say Jack's iron?
I do.
Okay.
It's
a little uncomfortable.
I could have said pumps, but that doesn't help this matter at all.
Does he do that too?
Iron, yes.
Okay.
While naked?
While naked. He said, now I don't know about this guy's background, but he says, hey, look, there's scientific benefits to sunbathing in the nude. When a male lays out in the sun in the nude, his testosterone levels go up 400 times.
Oh, yeah, the sun that hits your...
Right. Apparently, yeah. Just
the boys.
Immediately.
Yeah, the people talk about that
Half
nonsense.
of this guy's fence is 8 feet tall. The other half is made out of chain link.
Mm-hmm.
But the cops are like, we pulled up there. You could see right through the chain link fence. He's buff in his backyard. You can't just do that. So he was arrested, bailed himself out, and has got a court hearing coming up. But you got children that are like, hey, that guy's naked over there.
Well, yeah.
No.
He's doing squats out there?
Yes.
Nobody wants to see that.
No.
Golly.
Well,
you're minding your own business. You just look over and like, oh, I can't unsee it.
No, look,
That's just
he's
terrible.
He's on his own property. I mean, dang.
He
But
is
if it's
on
a chain link fence,
part of it is chain link. Some of you can't
if you're
see
mowing
through,
the
but
yard and
right,
you're
yeah.
just pushing the mower and you happen to look up, oh, gosh.
I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
A man should be able to do that on his own property.
Yes.
Okay, David, you live next to Scott, and he decides, you know what, I'm going to start jacking weight
Yeah.
and doing squats in the nude.
Yeah.
And you're cutting your grass. What are you going to do, wear a blindfold?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to hang up a bigger American flag that blocks my view of him while also showing that I support his right as an American to jack iron in the nude in his own backyard.
I'll
Okay?
tell you something.
And there you have it.
I don't even like to look at myself naked, let alone have other people look at me naked. So that's not going to work. I avert my eyes from the mirror.
I know you shower with jean shorts on.
I do.
Scott Robbins trifecta.
Just pour the shampoo right there. You go.
Never boring, is it, Casey?
No way.
Integrated nicely, didn't it?
Nice job. All right. News update and Nimrods in the news in just a few.
Goodbye.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Terry's Tiny Homes, Terry! Sure, as the only employee of her company, Terry was probably the front runner, but saving money getting personalized discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive, well, that gave Terry the edge. Over Terry.
Terry, Terry.
Keep awkwardly chanting your own name, Terry. You deserve it. Woo! Be your own Terry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-297-7049. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-297-7049. 800-297-7049. 800-297-7049.
Offer not valid in all states or prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, our credit card bill came and it's higher than last month.
How? We haven't charged anything.
Paying the minimum isn't enough. It will keep getting higher until we take control. We need to go to 47fastcash.com.
With our bad credit?
47fastcash.com can help any credit type get approved for up to $5,000 in minutes.
Take control and get the money you need at 47fastcash.com. 47fastcash.com.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. If you're thinking now is a good time for me to lose some serious weight, and you've been thinking about the weight loss injections, and you'd like the results, but you're not one that wants to give yourself a shot all the time, you would like to avoid that, and any side effects you've heard about, not wanting to wear Depends or anything like that, oh, man, heard some of those horror stories. That doesn't sound pleasant at all.
No, it doesn't.
But you don't have to get the shots. There is an alternative for you.
Yeah, there's a weight loss supplement called Lean. You just take a couple of the capsules after breakfast and you're ready to go. The results are remarkable. Lean uses studied ingredients that have been shown to help burn fat by converting fat into energy, curbs your appetite and cravings, helps lower blood sugar. So, pretty much the same as those shots, but without the needles. No drama, Scott.
Yeah, Lean is not for the casual dieter. If you want to drop 2-3 pounds or so, Burkhouse Nutrition says, it's not for you. They designed Lean for the frustrated dieter who wants to drop 10 pounds or more. So let's get you started. 20% off right now. You get free rush shipping, too. Go to takelean.com. Use promo code MVCR to add Lean to your healthy diet and exercise plan. That's MVCR at takelean.com.
News update, David Van Camp.
President Trump talking about our military success, and he was asked about troops all over the world, including in South Korea, because, North Korea appears to be distancing itself from Iran because apparently they do like to live. They don't want any of that smoke. But here is President Trump talking about the Korean Peninsula.
North Korea, we have 45,000 soldiers in South Korea to protect us from Kim Jong-un, who I get along with very well, as you know. Do you notice he said very nice things about me? He used to call Joe Biden a mentally retarded person, okay? So don't tell me about your stuff. Joe Biden, he said he's a mentally retarded person. He was so nasty to Joe Biden. It was terrible. But to me, he likes Trump.
Scott. Where are you on the uncomfortable scale?
Oh, that was.
Well, Trump didn't say it, Scott. Kim Jong-un said it. He just repeated it.
Twice.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Jake Tapper, he was quoting Trump on CNN and actually said the F word. Mm-hmm. So Jake Tapper was just repeating what Trump had written.
Oh, I know. He didn't say it.
And Trump is saying, he didn't use the R word there. He's just saying that's what he called Biden.
Then he does the third person thing. He likes Trump.
He did say it was nasty when he called Joe Biden that.
Yeah. And then he said it again. case you missed it the first time. Gosh dang.
I already said there'd never be another one like him today.
On a
Seems
roll
like-
right now, man.
He is on a roll. And man, dude, all over CNN and PMS Now later today, it's going to be 25th Amendment. He's lost his marbles.
Right.
It's this,
Senile.
it's that. Yes, it's all these different things.
Does have to be a moment, though. Someone, and this has been sort of baked in for the last decade, somebody on the staff who's just like, oh, man, let's wrap this up, Don. All right.
Yeah.
Don't go too long.
All right, we got to get to Nimrods.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
When the going gets tough,
Damn it, this is too hard.
the dumb get dumber.
All right, Ian.
It's Nimrods in the News on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrod's the news. We go across the pond, and real quick, David, Scott, I'd like you to look at your texts.
All right.
So you can tell me what you see, because this is the deal. There's a Dutch politician that's being expelled from her party for editing her publicity photo too much.
Well,
So you see what she really looks like, and then you see the photo that she put out there. How would you describe the two? This is Patricia Reichman, who is 59 years old.
One is like middle-aged, divorcee, borderline alcoholic. And the touched-up photo is like a 20-something-year-old smoke show. They're different people.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
Are they? This can't be the same person, right?
She is claiming it is.
Well, it's not.
The photo in the neighborhood paper was of too low a resolution, so I ran it through an online tool to boost the pixel count.
No way.
She says it really is my photo. That really is me. I look a bit different at the moment, but that's due to medication that I'm taking. Let me tell you something. When I'm out and about with my son, people often assume I'm his girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
The party not buying it, saying this is just too ridiculous.
It is.
You're out. That's Nimrod's in the News.